What is up, First fans? How are you doing today or tonight or this afternoon, whenever you might be watching this? Devin and I have come in with some buy low, sell high candidates for you.
Okay.
So, to get you started, we're going to cut to commercial and we'll be right back.
Hello. If you think about how great Travis Kelce is, you will most definitely want to be one of only 1,000 first fans to receive this beautiful collector card for free. They are individually numbered, and all you have to do is like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to the Fantasy Football First channel. It's all in the description below. Now go enjoy the rest of the show.
Alright, welcome back. We appreciate watching Morgan Freeman, and he's basically telling you to get this free Travis Kelce Collector Card right now. So you might as well do it. Just like, subscribe, comment on this video, and we will mail you one out free of charge. Besides that, though, we've got buy low, sell high candidates.
Okay.
And our first one, Devin, you want to take us with our first candidate?
For the buy lows?
Sure.
I got Stephon Diggs.
We're still on that Diggs bandwagon, huh?
Yes. He right now is outside the top 20 as far as wide receivers.
That's because he sucks, right? Nobody wants him except for you guys when you buy low.
Well, Josh Allen hasn't really looked good the first 2 to 3 weeks. His first 2 weeks he didn't look good.
He looked pretty good last week.
That right there just dropped Stephon Diggs' stats. As the year goes on, he's definitely going to increase in value. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, if you can get him for low, because I don't really know if anybody would be trying to sell him right now. But
how about buy medium? Give a couple, decent plays, or here's another one that you might do. I've got this one on my potential sell high or sell medium. We're going to talk about this later on, but Calvin Ridley.
Yeah. Maybe
you offered Calvin Ridley for Stephon Diggs. I like the quarterback play, the offense, the team, much better on Buffalo. Maybe you can get Stephon Diggs for Calvin Ridley. Just swap those guys.
I like that. I also have Antonio Gibson as a trade to get Stephon Diggs potentially.
Oh, yeah. If somebody needs a running back, absolutely. Trade that.
Trade Gibson, yeah. All
They
right.
both have good name value, so you might get that to happen, especially if somebody's hurting at running back. Maybe they just lost David Montgomery, and they've got another running back that's okay, and they're needing another running back.
Mm-hmm.
Antonio Gibson could be that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. The next one I've got for you on a buy low, is Antonio Brown.
Ooh.
Now, he didn't have a great game. He had a good game, but that game was kind of sloppy. It was raining. It didn't look that great, but Tom was throwing it to him. In fact, he could have had 2 touchdowns potentially. One, he barely, it looked like he had it, and then he didn't. The ball slippery, whatever. And that should have been a touchdown. That's typical Antonio Brown.
Right.
So Tom is still looking for him. I don't project him to be that dominant wide receiver 1, obviously, because they've still got Chris Godwin. They've got Mike Evans. So it'll probably be some up and down. But if you can get him to be your wide receiver 3, I think that's great
that's
play
great.
as your wide receiver 3.
I would love
depending on what you can trade away. And maybe you can trade away, someone like a Miles Sanders, or depending on what Josh Jacobs does tonight, a Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Somebody needs a running back. They're willing to give away Antonio Brown, because I think there's going to be a lot of games where he's going to just dominate and get you some really good scoring.
Yes.
There'll also be some games where he's not involved as much. So you have to know that this is your wide receiver 3. But on those games he does go off, I think he could get you some really good points and, project your team up to that winning team.
Yes.
That finishing first team. But yeah, I think he could be a good one. You got another one for us?
I really like that. I really like Antonio Brown. Well, as my buy low, I actually have Calvin Ridley. Just like you have sell high, I have buy low for Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
He's been averaging over 10 targets per game right now, which is really good if Atlanta can just get that offense moving, which I think they will eventually. Matt Ryan always struggles with the new coaching staff. I think as the year goes on, they're going to start moving the ball a little bit more. And those targets will turn into receptions, which will turn into yardage, which will turn into touchdowns.
Yeah.
He will probably end up in the top 10 by the end of the year.
Yeah. I may or may not be as confident in him. I think he'll be a top 24 wide receiver. I think he's struggling a little bit. he's the number one now. And I think that's why we had talked about Cordell Patterson in another video. I think that's why he might be doing so well. Ridley's taken the number one cornerback, where last season that wasn't the case. I don't know, another receiver named Julio?
Yeah,
he was taking the top coverage for the most part.
Before the season started, that's kind of what I talked about. That's why I was hesitant on drafting Calvin Ridley. So I do like that as a sell high as well. So yeah,
it's kind of a mix. If you can buy low, he's got that potential to turn around. If you can sell high, it's probably a good opportunity to get out.
Yeah,
it's just he's kind of that polarizing person right now.
Yeah,
and if you can't do either, then you just sit on him because he's not hurting you. He's just not. Where you drafted him at, you expect more.
Yeah.
But, it's not like he's been giving you Allen Robinson numbers disappearing. Yeah. He's still giving you, I think he was averaging almost 15 points per game.
Let me add on to that. Or Brandon Ayuk numbers.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk numbers. There's several wide receivers that just haven't been doing well. And he has been doing okay. He just hasn't given you that wide receiver one dominant winning game.
Yeah.
Which you have been expecting, and through 4 weeks you haven't been getting. And part of it, he hasn't been hitting touchdowns. Yeah. Last week, if you would have gotten a touchdown, we probably wouldn't even be talking about this.
Right.
Because he would have had 21 points, and you'd have been like, yeah, nice. Or at probably 22 if you got the touchdown. But so, yeah. Sell high or buy low on Calvin Ridley.
Okay.
Another buy low for me is CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
The last 2 games have been very uninspiring.
No.
Now, this last game wasn't necessarily his fault. Kind of the game script kind of went that way. Dak only threw 22 passes, but CeeDee Lamb did have 5 of those targets, which is a 22% target share, which is still really good.
Yeah.
For a total. It's just that volume wasn't there, so it wasn't that great. And I do expect him to finish as a fringe wide receiver 1 when the year's said and done.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially with the wide receiver on the opposite side. He is very injury prone. And you just never know when he's going to be missing for a few weeks or not show up in games. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to still end up taking over as a wide receiver 1 by end of season for that team. And if you can get him low right now, or at least, trade for something not nearly as enticing, then you should do it.
Yeah, I always love CeeDee Lamb.
Where did he go to school at? I forget.
OU?
Yeah.
When he came out of the draft, I was really high on him, not just because of OU, but because he was really, really talented. He was always that alpha. Next to Marquise Brown, he was always so dominant. He just looked so much better than Marquise Brown, which is why I was so much higher on CeeDee Lamb. And one of the things that I really liked about him was what he can do with the ball after he caught it. He was really good with yards after catch. Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely like that. I think, CeeDee Lamb could definitely finish as a wide receiver 1.
Okay, awesome.
So buy low.
Yep, buy low if you can. Send out those offers.
Yep.
What else you got there, Devin?
So buy low, I have Javonte Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to be honest, who's playing him right now in their lineup? Pretty much most people have him on their bench.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're trading for someone who is their starter. So you'd be able to get him for low, and he's actually looked really good this year. He's put up some really good plays and make some really good runs. And as the season progresses, he could get more carries.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about before the season started, you're more of looking at Javonte Williams for that second half of the season.
He could be that game-winning, during the playoffs, he could take over and just win you your league.
Yeah.
He's that kind of a player.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have room on your bench, prepare.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yep, I like it. What do you guys think? Do you have any buy low, sell highs? Let us know in the comments down below. You can put that towards getting the Travis Kelce Collector Card.
Ooh.
All right. We appreciate you guys watching. If you have any comments, questions, remarks, let us know. Otherwise,
always remember to finish first.
Thank you for listening to the FantasyFootballFirst.com podcast.
Jackson throws complete. Crabtree has it for a touchdown.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Get more fantasy info and check us out at FantasyFootballFirst.com.